So when we think of other considerations which comes really into discussions around the cost, right? Hey, when we were looking to go and build those event-driven architecture now, especially when we talk about building those event-driven architecture in the agentic world, everything which you will be going and producing is being consumed by someone that is in form of token, right? So that will eventually kind of translate huge cost. So
Yes.
how you think, love, what are best practices or what are things we can think of when we are building event-driven architecture, especially to kind of optimize in the cost front.
Well, the first important question that you have to ask yourself is that do I really need an event driven architecture? Because what we are doing in the event driven architecture is we are trying to process very little information sometimes very quickly. So, what ultimately we are doing is that we are not batching a large chunk of information. We are just having a very finite, a very small fraction of information and trying to send it to LLM, maybe to embed it, maybe to try to understand the context behind what this information really is. So, that can quickly get into that spiral of cost where you do not realize how quickly you end up spending the tokens of your LLM. So that's very important. Can you have, and again, if you really need event driven architecture, let's try to determine what is the latency that you can bear. Do you really want real time, near real time, close to real time? And it can be, and again, these are very vague concepts. For me, real time can be 1 second, but for you, a real time can be 1 millisecond. Or for someone else, that real time would be 30 seconds. So defining what real time really means would save you a lot of pain down the line, because now you get the flexibility of triggering certain processing which associate calling an LLM and save that cost. So think about we are triggering event for every single event that shows up in my message bus, and I'm going to be processing that in 1 minute. I will be, and I'm getting one event every second. Then in a minute, I end up making 60 requests. But if I do not want that, I'm okay with 30 seconds event processing. I can convert that 60 requests into two requests, where I wait for 30 seconds, collect all the information that I have in the past 30 seconds, send one request to my model, and that is what I can't do the math, but that's a fraction of what you would be ending up spending.
Agree. So defining, and again, like the architectural 101, right? Define your use case and
Yes.
then work backward from there and then choose the right technology to solve it.